Good morning. Thank you for coming here. We have to begin by talking about the fact that there are 289 million people globally that are unemployed. More than half the world's population are presently living on less than $2.5 a day. This is not a coincidence. This is a direct result of the banking and corporate policies of the G8, G20. We are presently living in an economic climate that favors the rich and completely oppresses the poor. 500 people today earn more than 460 million people. This is an outrage. The G8, G20 countries collectively produce 85% of the world's arms and are responsible for 90% of the wars. This has resulted in millions being displaced. We are poor. There are farmers around the world, there are farmers in this country, there are poor folk across the world, communities that happen to be disabled, people of color that are being pushed out of their homes and onto the streets, be it because of the summit here, which is the homeless population, be it in the countries of the South, where they're pushed into cities, upping the amount of poverty there. This is an outrage. It's an outrage that impacts us all. The effects of the G8, G20 policies are not limited to a few actions or a few summits. This does not happen just once. They don't just show up at some city every year. Their policies impact our communities every day of our lives. What we've seen in Toronto is that we've seen a massive cut to social services. What we've seen is that more and more people are coming in on temporary work programs. And when these two are connected, when we start seeing that when people are being displaced out of their homes but are not able to come to the countries of the G20, we realize that this system is entirely and only supposed to favor the rich. In the face of this injustice, it has become imperative that communities start uniting, and we have. The purpose of these theme days is to showcase the fact that the communities in Toronto that fight for economic justice, for migrant justice, for queer rights, for disability rights, for indigenous sovereignty, for climate justice, for environmental justice are connected, that we are using this as a moment to come together. This is a convergence of ideas and hopes and anger and rage. And what we will see in the next 4 days is a series of events that will highlight those, leading up to massive demonstrations in the city Friday through Sunday. I invite you today at 2 o'clock at Allen Gardens. A demonstration will be starting that will be going across the city to specifically target corporations that have been bailed out. This is a response to an autonomous call. The Toronto Community Mobilization Network put out a call on these principles, and communities across Ontario have decided to respond on these themes. We will be seeing actions not just in the city, but across the country. So please come out at 2 o'clock today, and we will see you tomorrow morning. Thank you.